News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, a child comes close to drowning in a home swimming pool.
And county commissioners discuss marijuana licensing money. News 25 starts now.
This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell, Eunette Gentry. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Mercy Air transports a child to a trauma center. It's Tuesday, July 9th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry.
A child was airlifted today after she was found unresponsive in a home swimming pool. Mercy Air transported a 2-year-old who reportedly nearly drowned this afternoon in a swimming pool at the back residence off Black Street here in Pahrump. The child was reportedly breathing at the time that medics arrived. Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue transported the toddler to Mercy Air Base 21, who was then airlifted to UMC Children's Hospital in Las Vegas. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies are investigating.
And traffic on Highway 160 going south traveling into Las Vegas hit a standstill early this morning while medics and police responded to 2 separate rollover accidents. Fire Chief Scott Lewis with Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue says that both crashes were reportedly non-injury, fortunately. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were dispatched to the area to assist at mile markers 33 and 35. Nevada Highway Patrol is investigating the cause of those crashes.
And local man Zach Reinert was shocked as a structure fire erupted in a place in the Las Vegas Valley while he was working.
I live in Pahrump, but like a lot of people, I work in Vegas, and one of my buildings that I manage is in Vegas. It's a commercial building on 4th Street, just off of Las Vegas Boulevard, right near Stratosphere. And I was just here doing my day-to-day kind of work, and taking the trash out, actually. And I have the trash in my hand, and as I'm walking to the dumpster, just boom, I hear this big boom like a firework. And it's soon after July 4th, so I didn't think that much of it at first, but I went to go look around, and next thing I know, I see windows blowing out of the house across the street, and that kind of got my attention. So next thing I see flame coming out of the windows, and the gentleman that lived in the house coming out of the house, and he's yelling and panicking and things like that. At that point, I call 911, and he's running around and yelling. He's burnt up his arm, and there's just explosions happening every 10 seconds, just boom, boom, and you can hear things blowing inside the house.
Oh. I'm ready to get out of that house!
And I mean, at that point, it was quite frightening because, you know, you don't know if there's gas lines or what that could just blow the house sky high. So I'm hiding behind pillars of my building, you know, trying to keep an eye out, yelling at people to get away and things like that. And I'm on the phone and waiting for the emergency personnel to come. And he was outside, and he was upset because I think his cat was left inside, which we later found out the cat did indeed get out of the house, which was really nice to hear. But within 5 minutes, Clark County Fire showed up, and they were working very diligently to put it out. But explosions kept happening as they were putting the fire out, and the fire was raging higher and higher, probably 50, 75, 100 feet in the air. And I decided it was time to get out because our office was, I don't know, 100 feet away from this, and again, we don't know how big it's going to blow. So I grabbed my son, and I have my little boy with me. This is just a casual Saturday night that I stopped by to do a little bit of work, and I have my 1-year-old with me, and suddenly we're running because we don't know what's going to happen here. So the whole area was shut down for hours up until about 2:30 in the morning. I think the explosion started happening around 7:30 or 8 o'clock, and the whole area was shut down until about 2:30 due to bomb squad and everything being on site. So
And while he might look a bit more burly thanks to that glorious beard, that is KPVM's own Zach Reinert, a former employee here and our former co-anchor.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Thanks
Always
so much,
great
Zach,
to
for
see
that
you.
footage. He was on the Vegas stations. I told him we
Yes.
definitely have to have that footage.
Yes.
Thank you, Zach. Well, we'll return in just a moment.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back to News 25. Well, the Nevada's state fire marshal says that dormitory explosion that occurred at University of Nevada, Reno last week was caused by a basement boiler. The fire officials say natural gas leaks triggered a much larger explosion, destroying part of that building. 8 people received minor injuries. Fire Marshal Bart Chambers said that there was an initial smaller explosion while a contractor was fixing a mechanical issue on the boiler. 2 dorms were destroyed from that blast. 1,300 students have been displaced for the next academic year. The cause of that explosion is still under investigation.
And Highway 160 blasting will occur tomorrow, July 10th at 11:45 in the morning through Mountain Springs in Clark County. Motorists should plan for up to 2-hour travel delays, although they say it will likely be less.
And money collected from the sales of marijuana here in Nevada was the topic of discussion by our Nye County Commissioners during their last meeting.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding Assembly Bill 533 as it pertains to Nye County and other unincorporated towns. On the 12th of last month, Governor Sandoval signed Assembly Bill 533, a bill which created a cannabis compliance board and, amongst other various things, deleted 2 words in the Nevada revised statute regarding how licensing money from marijuana would be allocated. Those 2 words that were deleted were "and towns," and the change becomes effective on June 1st, 2020. The meeting started with Commissioner Strickland attempting to make a motion, which failed due to no one seconding.
Mr. Chairman, I would like to make a motion to select a method on Assembly Bill 533 as it pertains to Nye County and the unincorporated towns to go with item number 1 to ask for the petition to the Legislative Council Bureau to review and possibly change their opinion on the town's version of the county marijuana monies, and 3, prepare a memorandum of understanding with respect to the towns, giving them 60% share of the monies that have been collected and are to be collected until June 1st, 2020.
Commissioner Cox tried to make a motion herself, the motion being to give the town of Amargosa Valley, the town of Beatty, and the town of Pahrump their full share of license fees that had been collected and will be collected until July 1st, 2020, and then bring it back at that time to discuss anything that changes in the meantime. However, that motion failed as well since no one seconded that either. Commissioner Koenig makes a comment.
The people in Amargosa, Pahrump, or Beatty did nothing to get this money. We did all the work to get the license money. That's all we're talking about here is licensing money. Planning, zoning did all the work. The reason the LCB or the reason the legislator changed the law was because DTAC said to remove all the references to town or townships as it pertains to licensing, since towns or townships do not have the ability to license. They did no work to get any money. That's been the issue all along. They did nothing.
Commissioner Strickland makes a motion which gets a second. Commissioner Koenig makes another comment regarding the licensing money.
Once I get the LCB opinion, as I said, as far as I'm concerned, you can have all the money. But I want the LCB to say, yes, county, you were right all along. That's all I want. We're talking about a total for the town of Amargosa of, now hold yourself, don't get excited, $25,000. 2 years have been arguing about this for $25,000. It's not worth it.
Then maybe we should just give it to them, because it would be $25,000 would be a considerable amount of money for a small town. They could do some infrastructure with it, badly needed things. It would help them.
The chairman calls for a vote.
Going to call for the vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. 3 opposed.
Nay.
Aye. Opposed.
3-2.
All right, don't grab that remote. We'll be right back to tell you about how our Nye County Sheriff's officers are gearing up for the summer games.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured, need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Welcome back. Well, we are talking about marijuana facilities, and one of them here in Pahrump is looking to expand.
At the recent Board of County Commissioners meeting, discussion was had regarding an application for an amendment or modification of an existing special use permit to allow the expansion of a marijuana establishment located at 801 South Panorama Road. The marijuana establishment is operated by Wellness Orchard of Nevada. The land proposed for the expansion is 12.5 acres, and the existing building is approximately 12,000 square feet in size. The applicant wishes to construct an additional 111,100 square feet of cultivation facilities, approximately 26,000 square feet of greenhouses, and 14,000 square feet of storage buildings.
I had received a complaint about smell, and that it was in that region, so it's kind of easy to point fingers there because it's not much around. I just want to be mindful about the smells since that is included. Please.
Brandon Wygand for the record, W-I-E-G-A-N-D. Absolutely, we've been taking measures. We'll continue to take measures. And please let me know if you have any concerns pop up. We'll make sure we address them.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you being very responsive on this matter and issue. So that's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Anybody else? Take call for the vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye, unanimous. You waited all day for that.
And as if our already physically fit NCSO officers don't need another reason to stay in shape, the summer games are coming to Pahrump soon.
So the Nye County Sheriff's Office has been doing summer games throughout the county so far. We have the upcoming ones here in Pahrump, which will be July 15th through the 18th at the Pahrump Valley High School. Basically, it's just 4 days of team building. We have our school resource officer, other volunteers that help run the games. Lunches are going to be provided by the school district from their lunch program for the summer. So it should be a great event here in Pahrump. I know they've been up in Tonopah, and they currently have done Gabs in Round Mountain, and I believe Duckwater is coming up next. So we've been doing all the communities, including Beatty and Armagosa. Those are at the end of our summer games. They can contact the Nye County Sheriff's Office, and we can give them the exact dates for all the other remote areas that are going to be coming up, but the next one is in Pahrump. They can get on our website, and they can do our online form there and submit it to the Sheriff's Office that way. It's free to all kids under the age of 18. Actually, 2 of the volunteers that we have right now helping us are actually in our Explorer program, which is flourishing very well for our agency right now. Deputy Curtin is one of our mentors for that program, so if kids are interested in it, they can contact him at the Sheriff's Office, leave a message for him, and then he can give them all the details to sign up, but it's for kids age 13 to 17. We do have some adult students in it, 18, 19-year-olds that are kind of staying in the program to benefit for when they do want to try to become a law enforcement officer here or somewhere else. All of the days are 8 o'clock till 4 o'clock. You can contact our main line and be put through to any of the administrators should be able to answer the questions for you. The online application would be the best process.
Well, the president of the Pahrump Arts Council, Kristen Swan, is also a fantastic caterer. We caught up with Swan and her team at a party recently.
I am catering your beautiful daughter's engagement party, her and Josh. I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for asking me.
Thank you for being here.
Yeah, this is an honor.
Who do we have behind you?
I have got Sammy, and I've got my son Jackson. They were my sous chefs and my all-around handy people. They're incredible. Her parents are friends of my husband's who works at the Auto Plaza, and she wants to learn how to cook, and I said, come be my sous chef. I'll show you the tricks and tips and techniques, and so that's what she did. Absolutely. I was voted in as president, and we are working really hard to bring food and pastry in for the arts as well. We have some awesome people here in town that have some incredible talents, and food is something that keeps us sustained, but it should taste good and look amazing, and that's what I like to do. I've been doing it for well over 3 decades. So I started at a snack bar and a roller skating rink. And I had all the fake cheese and hot dogs I could eat. Yeah. And then I started into a restaurant business that was owned by Greeks. And they really showed me some techniques that I had never seen before. And then it kind of moved on to fine dining. And so for 30 years, I learned from everywhere from diners up to fine dining, from chefs that were tired of me looking over the hot roll going, "What you doing? What you doing? How do you make that?" And that's what happened was I was curious. And so they showed me the techniques and the tips and tricks. And when my son was born, I kind of faded out of that and was like, you know what, I still like cooking. Yeah. And people around town, when we lived in Washington, were like, well, can you do our party? Yeah. And then people that came to the party, well, can you do my party? And the people that came to that party, can you do my party? And I was like, I've got a catering business now. Yeah, yeah. And I didn't think I would do it here, but it's really, really picked up, and I love it.
It's amazing. Jackson, this can't be that bad for you having a mom that caters.
It's a wonderful experience.
If they would be interested in having me cater their event, they can go on to pvpac.org and just click on my website, or not my website, my email, and just get a hold of me or call me at 425-749-6088. And if I don't answer, just leave a message. I might be busy. I'll be happy to call you back. And for the Arts Council, you'll be able to see us at Fall Fest. Yeah. We are going to have a booth there with Cookies, Cakes, and Creations, a new lady here in town that is just rocketing up. Yeah. Her stuff is amazing. So I'm excited to partner with her on a lot of things.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
All right, time to take a look outside through our Lerner and Rowe weather cam. Look at that beautiful shot of Pahrump. And it's hot outside, and we can see a bit of haze in the air. Or is that our dirty camera lens?
No, it's clean.
We'll take a closer look at our forecast when we return.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hello and welcome back to News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with your weather. In Las Vegas, we had a high of 103 degrees and a low of 77. Death Valley up to 110 degrees and a low of 83. 99.69 in Amargosa. 95.64 in Beatty. 86.55 in Goldfield. Tonopah 85.55. Carson City a high of 87 and a low of 53. Fallon a high of 92 and a low of 56. And finally up in Fernley, we're seeing a high of 92 and a low of 57. Now today in Pahrump, we're seeing sunny skies. Our high was 98 degrees today with winds coming out of the south-southwest at 7 miles per hour. Humidity at 12% and our sunrise at 5:34 this morning. Now for tonight, it's currently 97 degrees outside with clear skies. Our low tonight is going to be 73 degrees with 6 mile per hour winds out of the southeast. Humidity at 16% and our sunset at 8:03 p.m. Now looking ahead to our 7-day, we're seeing a nice long stretch of nice sunny skies with some mostly sunny skies on Saturday and Sunday. Now for our high temperatures, we're seeing a big cluster of triple digits, and I'm not really a huge fan of that. On Wednesday, we're going to be seeing a high of 102 degrees. Thursday up to 105. Friday and Saturday, we're going to be at highs of 106 degrees. And then we're just going to kind of level out a little bit on Sunday through Tuesday. We're going to be seeing a high of 104 degrees through those days. Now for overnight temperatures, on Wednesday, we're going to see a low of 75 degrees. Thursday, 78. 81 on Friday and Saturday, and back to 78 on Sunday and Monday. And finally next Tuesday, we're going to be seeing a low of 76. So now, if you can't make it home to catch the news live on TV, make sure to check out our Facebook page. You can catch the news live every night at 5, even on the go. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna and Eunette.
Thanks so much, Michael.
Thank you.
All right, really hot outside, hot inside here in the studio. That's going to do it for tonight's broadcast. I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
And I'm Eunette Gentry, and from all of us here at KPVM and A's Country Radio, thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night.